And the staticky noise has gone away now, so I'm gonna try turning this volume up a little bit again. Oh no, never mind, it's still there. Alright, so apologies, we will not have background sounds for the time being. I still have it on, it's just really, really low. Just to, you know, help me remember that I'm alive or something, I don't know. It just feels really weird casting into dead silence. Anyway, ooh, we got Jangbi coming out in set number 1 here. This should be quite exciting, and by exciting I mean I expect Jangbi to destroy Skyhigh. Skyhigh is a TVT specialist. His other matchups are not particularly impressive, whereas Jangbi is amazing at Protoss vs Terran. He even, spoiler alert, beat Flash in the OSL groups. So yeah, Jangbi fighting. He is of course also the defending champion in the OSL. He took the most recent OSL against, what's his face? Fantasy. Yes, Fantasy. In a very epic series, by the way. If anybody hasn't watched that series, that is definitely one of the best finals that I've ever seen, possibly of all time. And in the meantime, we're gonna get started here. I actually don't know what the map is, but we'll have a look-see. And oh, I missed it. Hey, I think it's gonna be Sniper Ridge. Alright, sweet. So Skyhigh will be the teal Terran in the top right, and that will make Jangbi the orange Protoss in the bottom left. We have a cross map PVT on Sniper Ridge. Sniper Ridge last season I think statistically favored Protoss just a little bit, and we've from time to time we see these crazy carrier builds. See, the last time we saw a PVT on this map, it was I think it was yesterday, but I actually can't remember who the players were. Hold on, let me quickly consult my crystal ball, aka Liquipedia. No, that was a TVT. Oh no, we saw Sharp versus Paralyze on Sunday, and yeah, spoiler alert, Sharp actually took that in a pretty cool PVT. When was the last time somebody went carriers though? I remember like it must have been one of the weekend matches where some Protoss went carriers on this map, even though whenever Protoss goes carriers on this map they just like inevitably lose. Oh, wasn't it somebody against Flash? Was it against Flash? I don't know. Might have been against Flash. Anyway, looks like a gateway in the base. Pretty standard stuff. Depot was placed at the bottom left of the command center. Oh, hi Sharp. Sharp apparently gave a really cool interview after his game. Everyone was really excited when he said stuff. So I hope he plays again today. Or I guess he'll have to play StarCraft 2 today. Maybe he's good at that too, I don't know. But yeah, apparently he won like his first game, his first televised match in like 380 days or something, so he was like crying after the win. I didn't know why he was crying. And then Kiet translated an interview and I was like, oh, alright. Anyway, so if you look at this depot here, it just makes the SCVs pop out a little bit closer to the minerals. Of course, in Broodor, everything pops out on the bottom left of your buildings. And that was interesting. The SCV kind of just ran into the ball there and then went and made a command center. So it's going to be a command center first build here for Skyhigh. 14cc coming out, trying to be like Flash here. Now, the thing is, they are cross map, so that's quite nice. And Jangbi Scout is relatively late. He hasn't scouted until after the cybernetics score, so he's not going to see this for quite a while here. And it'll be interesting to see what he tries to do to punish it, or if he does anything at all. He could, of course, just like double expand himself or something. But this is a pretty risky move, and I think it's a good idea considering like the level of Jangbi's PVT compared to the level of Skyhigh's TVP. I mean, you got to do something risky when you're playing against a PVT monster like Jangbi. If you just try and play, you know, safe and straight up, it's probably not going to end well for you. Interestingly, only 2 probes on gas for Jangbi. Makes me feel like he's going just for a 1-gate expansion. But that's very interesting. You don't often see Protoss pulling workers off of gas. That's usually the Terran thing to do. I guess Zergs do it occasionally, like after you go for a 9 pull as well. You pull some guys off gas, but yeah, you rarely see Protosses pulling guys off gas. And it looks like a probe going down towards the natural right now, so it is going to be just a 1-gate expansion. Meanwhile, I think that probe did see that wall at the front. Now, I'm not sure if he saw from the timing that it was command center first. It could potentially have been a 1-Rex expand, which is quite a bit different actually. Well, not quite a bit different, but it is the command center in the 14cc is obviously quite a bit quicker than the Rax first. But anyway, nice little wall there, bunker at the front. So Skyhigh should now actually be safe against most of what Jangbi can throw at him. And oh, nice little interception of this SCV. I think the scouting workers actually crossed paths there for a bit. So he went and intercepted that one. But Skyhigh actually did send out a second SCV that's now going towards the middle of the map. I'm a little bit confused what that's doing. I think he's just looking for a proxy. Skyhigh now has 2 SCVs heading towards the Protoss base. I don't think he should send both of them. I think he should hide one of them. Yeah, he's going to hide one of them at the 9 o'clock, send the other one into the main. But he did switch them, though. He moved, look at this. Oh, I think that's a big mistake, actually, from Skyhigh. Look, he switched, he hid his damaged SCV, and then he sent his full health SCV into the main base. So if Jangbi clicks that SCV, he's going to see that it's taken no damage and be like, wait a minute. I shot the scouting SCV with my Dragoon already. Why does this SCV have no damage on it? And like, did it magically repair itself? Of course, SCVs they don't heal themselves like probes and drones do. So I would be a little bit suspicious about that. Definitely think that there's another SCV running around, perhaps trying to proxy a factory somewhere or something sneaky like that. As we can see, he's not actually doing that. He's just trying to get a scout in and see this third base going up. So Jangbi, his response is in fact the fast double expand off just a single gateway. And, oh, sorry, I gotta take that starting soon sign off. People are telling me to turn up the volume again. I'll test it. Here we go, guys. Oh, it's actually good now. Sweet. Alright, nice. Okay, it looks like second scanning SCV finally gonna get taken down here. Oh, and just as I do that, we start lagging. Oh, that's because BGVRT actually started streaming. Alright, guys, 1 second. We are switching streams. Ready? Ready? Oh, look at that. Ihan. Oh, shit. Alright. Okay. Switch successful. All we missed was that the bunker died. It's not a big deal, it's fine. I guess BGVRT hated the static too, so he just like didn't turn on the stream. Anyway. Yeah, it looks like SCV gonna get in here, gonna see 3 gateways and a robo, and whoa! Looks like we have a bit of an attack coming out from Skyhigh here, gonna catch Jangbi with his pants down a little bit, having cut a lot of Dragoons to not only double expand, but also get some infrastructure up those gateways and that robo, doing some nice Dragoon control, but he does lose all those Dragoons at the front. What units does he have left? It looks like Jangbi might have got caught at the worst possible time. That is really nice for Skyhigh. Now, actually, I understand why he was so adamant about that SCV scouting, sending out even 2 SCVs. It's not very common that you see that, but he just wanted to check. I guess he must have prepared this build actually. He must have known, okay, if I go for a fast command center, if Jangbi, you know, does this double expand, I have this small window where he doesn't have any units and I can just kill him. So that's quite nice. Look at this, by the way. Jangbi is actually completely walled in his natural here. That is intentional. Or rather, now he has. He's trying to just stop those vulture run-bys. Well, I actually thought that was completely walled just now, but there was actually a gap there at the top. But yeah, see, the threat with this kind of attack is you don't have many Dragoons, so if you commit your entire Dragoon force to stopping this push, which is kind of what you have to do, you run the risk of Vultures just running into your main base as well. In the meantime, looks like the tank's going to siege on the low ground, Vulture's going to go on the high ground. Ooh, gotta be careful about those mines near probe lines. Looks like the Dragoon's going to try and shell or attack these tanks from the high ground. Is it going to be enough? He's going to get 1 tank, and it looks like the other tank will fall here. Going to try and unsiege and run away, and whoa, big mine hits though. Going off on the Dragoons, he will save that siege tank. So Jangbi barely holding this off here. That was a very nicely timed attack from Skyhigh, but Jangbi with a pretty impressive defense as well. He did take quite a bit of damage on his Dragoons. But look at this, 5 factories already up for Skyhigh, but Jangbi's gone for Reaver Tech. Now I think he's still only on 3 gateways, so obviously Skyhigh's gonna be out, completely outproducing him. Usually you want to have more gateways than factories. But with that Reaver there, it's all going to come down to the Reaver micro. Hopefully Jangbi has learned a thing or two from Stork's Reaver control. But, well, I guess we'll see. He's really going to need, like, immaculate micro to hold this off. I mean, Skyhigh is just being relentless with this attack, relentless with this aggression, and I really like this. It looks like he's he snuck an advantage in the early game with the CC first, took a bit of a risk, and now he's just trying to just kill Jangbi here in the mid game. Does not want to go to a late game against somebody as scary as Jangbi. Meanwhile, the shuttle is moving out. Presumably, it does have a Reaver in it. 4th and 5th gateway only just being added now, so Jangbi's production is way behind. He really needs this Reaver to do a ton of damage. If he doesn't kill like at least 3 tanks with this Reaver or something, he's gonna be in big trouble. Looks like he's actually gonna go and try and cut off some reinforcements. It's a little bit too difficult for him to attack that sieged up position. So he's gonna go intercept some tanks as they try and join the main force. All right, let's see. Is he gonna get it? No, he's not paying attention. Okay. That's not so good. Meanwhile, the Vulture's running back, and oh, it looks like he's actually just going to go counterattack. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, or might just go and he's sending Dragoons around. I guess he's going to intercept some more units and maybe swing around the top side. I mean, if he did try to attack head-on from the bottom there, he would have to kind of run over that ridge thing where there are spider mines. So I guess going for this, moving these Dragoons into intercept position and getting ready to do a flank, if possible, is probably the best idea. But Skyhigh is setting up a sick position here, and Jangbi's going to start losing all these probes as well. Oh man, he's actually going to lose all of the probes he had left at this expansion. Just mining what minerals he can. Jangbi looks like he's actually in a little bit of trouble in this game. And look at this. There's plenty of units at home to defend. This counterattack is not going to work at all. Nice wall there. Nice sieged up position. He's even got a couple of Goliaths there to stop the shuttle. I mean, Skyhigh is just shutting Jangbi down at every turn. This is crazy. This is like some specific anti-Jangbi build or something. I don't know. He's like reacting to everything perfectly. He knows exactly what Jangbi's going to try to do at all times. Looks like Citadel down now. Templar Archives. Jangbi going to do the good old, emergency DTs. But I don't know if that's going to work. I mean, there's already turrets around the push area, I think. No, looks like not yet. There's an engineering bay. It looks like just now building some turrets. I think Jangbi's going for some Zealot bombs there, but oh man, that is such a brutal position. You cannot run up a narrow ramp against that. And look at that! Skyhigh's actually walled it in from the other side. Meanwhile, the Observer that was with that pack of Dragoons did die. So they can't even clear spider mines or whatnot. Looks like shuttle speed is finished. But that is a sick position. My only concern is, holding that position is all well and good, but you gotta be a little bit careful about this kind of big counterattack. Jangbi can just kind of ignore it and be like, well, alright, have my third base, I'll just go take another one. As we can see, he is taking the 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, I do see a few dots of orange at the 3 o'clock. That's probably a probe and a man or pylon. And these intercepting Dragoons are just gonna get killed by a lot of tanks moving out from Skyhigh's base. Look at that insane production. Skyhigh's macro really on the ball here, making good use of his factory count. But it looks like 2 Reavers in a speed shuttle, and this could be it. Oh, he's got to be careful not to drop the Reavers on mines. He's got no Observer with his army, so he's got to be so careful with those Dragoons. There are plenty of spider mines on the map, and that is just so costly for Jangbi. If Jangbi had an Observer with that force, I think he could actually have chased down those tanks a little bit more. But now he's just going to have to move back. And, I mean, oh god, wait, what? You can siege the natural minerals from there? Wow, that's gotta be Imba. What? There's no way that's fair. Oh my god, siege tanks. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's like... Oh god, that's ridiculous range. But we have the 2 Reaver counterattack in the main base. Looks like the SCVs are pulled in good time. There's a lot of Vultures here. It's a double shuttle attack. But there's plenty of units in the main. One Zealot gets left behind there. I mean, this kind of counterattack. See, this is the kind of thing that happens if you overcommit to like this kind of forward position. It's not even a contain, right? If you just overcommit to taking a position by the Protoss base, he just does some crazy counterattacks, and you can still lose. It's still a little bit risky, but I still think Skyhigh's in a fantastic position. I mean, he's staying on even bases, and oh my god, he's gotta be careful. There's Goliaths there. They do have the range upgrade. They do have the range upgrade. Oh no! One Reaver goes down, one shuttle goes down, the second shuttle barely survives. One more Goliath shot would have taken down a shuttle with 2 Reavers in it. As it stands, this middle force is getting not destroyed because there's not enough Terran units. And they had the high ground. But still, Skyhigh. Now my only concern is that Skyhigh doesn't have a 3rd base yet, so is he just like gonna go semi all in on this attack? Is he only gonna stay on 2 base? Because he's made no indication of expanding it. And now Jangbi has the 6 o'clock. He's built a few cannons there to stop Vulture harass. But, I mean, I don't think Skyhigh should actually try and continue and just kill Jangbi. He's in a fantastic position already. He can't just expand and just be ahead, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing. But that's actually later than Jangbi's third still. Even though the original third was killed, this 6 o'clock base is already up and running. And actually, if that gets scouted, he can kill it quite easily. If he just sends all these vultures there, he can actually kill every single probe at the 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, there's another counterattack going in here. Looks like the Dragoon's getting caught up on the barracks a little bit. The Reaver just suicides. What on earth? The Reaver just suicides. However, a lot of Dragoons and Zealots moving in here. Looks like the command center going to get delayed a little bit. SCV's coming off the line to help block, but a big wave of reinforcements coming out from that big factory count. It's like just gonna kill the barracks and run away. The vultures even came home just in case, but it looks like it was enough. For a second there, I thought Jangbi might be able to break that, but no, it looks like not quite. And whoa! Looks like Vulture is cuddling with the Dragoons a little bit. Oh man, it must be really uncomfortable to like cuddle with a Vulture, because they're like all sharp and pointy and bony. And it must be equally bad to cuddle with a Dragoon, because like they're so clumsy when simply walking that I can't imagine they're any good in bed. But, you know, there you go. Anyway, it looks like Skyhigh is sending some more reinforcements over to this position at the Protoss' third. And it looks like he's decided that now is the time to start moving down the ramp. Jangbi doesn't seem to have any forces at his natural. His entire force here is just going for a counter-attack. Oh my goodness, but look at this, Jangbi is not even mining from his natural. He's only mining from the main and the 6 o'clock. There's a scan. Skyhigh sees the counterattack coming. He's laying some spider mines. He's immediately pulling his T-Shanks back. I think he was sending those out to help out the push. But now he sees what's going on. He's laying a lot of mines in position. There is one speed shell there. Could do some nice Zealot bombs. The SCVs might have to come off the line. I'm not really sure. It looks like Jangbi doing some good Zealot mine drags there. But look at how many units Skyhigh has. Skyhigh's production this game, I gotta say, Skyhigh's macro this game has been impeccable. Every time, you know, whenever we look at his base, he just has like a ton more units coming out. This is really, really nice. Jangbi keeps trying to go for these counterattacks, which, you know, oftentimes is the correct decision because the Terran focuses too much on the contain, and so you just go and kill him. But in this case, Skyhigh's like, well, I guess, you know, that's what Jangbi's going to try to do, so I better, like, not die. And then I can win. And that's exactly what he's doing. And the engineering base is chilling over that Nexus. The natural Nexus goes down. Jangbi is in so much trouble here. Against all odds, I mean, at the beginning of this match, I was like, yeah, there's no way Jangbi's going to lose to Skyhigh. But apparently Skyhigh has learned to do more than just TVT here. Wow. What a baller. I gotta wonder, though, is this some kind of specific... maybe not specific anti-Jangbi build, but... kind of like a metagame thing where he's like, I know exactly how the Protoss is going to respond to a 14cc, so I'll follow up with a fast, you know, 5-fact, semi-all-in 2-base attack. And it's worked wonderfully. And, you know, it's also helped by the fact that his decision-making post-push was really good. But here we go, the Jangbi storm's coming out! Very nice storms on all the units on the low ground, but a lot of the high Templars getting taken down. But oh my goodness, Jangbi with his trademark storming, taking down everything. Are there any units left? Are there any units left there? It looks like all the units now are just at the natural. I think the entire position there has been taken down. Oh my god, Jangbi. If he wins this game, I swear to god, if he wins this game, that's just gonna be ridiculous. I don't think he can though. He's still like 20 supply behind. This guy's at 100 supply, Jangbi's only at about 80. But still, that was pretty cool. And looks like, oh, the armies are actually going to run around each other. Jangbi should not engage here. He's running through that little narrow choke. Oh man, he's going to have to get some miracle storms off again. Looks like he misses a little bit there because the tanks were running away. Oh no, don't go! Don't go there, it's a trap! It's a trap, okay. Okay, he backs up, but he still doesn't have any units. Oh, and now he's going to lose to 6 o'clock. Oh god. Oh no. So Jangbi is now like distance mining from his natural, and that's it. Jangbi is completely dead now. He's 40 supply behind. I think he's just gonna go for a last-ditch counterattack or something. I actually don't know what he can do. Like that, he's only got like a control group of dragoons there. This like 2 siege tanks will stop that. So yeah. Oh, somebody's actually talking about how like, yeah, in Broodor you have to click each High Templar individually. That's correct. That's correct. That didn't even occur to me. But I guess yeah, you can't just like select all your High Templar and hit T a bunch of times. You have to click them all. It's good fun. It's like playing Osu with High Templar. Anyway, So we're gonna see the good old A move Terran here, take down the last of this army, and Jangbi's kind of should leave the game. Should kind of leave the game, but you know, what are you gonna do? Oh, storming there because otherwise he'll just get the high tempo sniped. Come on, Jangbi, it's alright, dude. It's alright. Even Flash loses sometimes, so you certainly can lose as well. Man, Jangbi is really stubbornly not leaving here. He's like, what? I lost a PBT to Skyhigh? How can I live with myself now? Oh no, the shuttle gets sniped and no storms go off, and Jangbi GG's. Skyhigh taking game number 1. And that does not bode well for Samsung Khan. Oh man, I mean, Jangbi coming out in set number 1 in his best matchup against somebody who's, you know, supposedly not so good at the matchup and getting taken down. That has got to be bad for morale. Look at this, Jangbi is just shocked. He can't believe it. He cannot believe it. I can't believe it. But I might be slightly biased as a Khan fanboy, but I'm sure most people would agree that that is a little bit of an upset. Well, we will go on to game number 2 then. It's going to be a best of 3 in Brood War, then a best of 3 in StarCraft 2, and then an ace match in StarCraft 2, just in case you actually just started watching Pro League and you don't know the format. Which there are actually, interestingly enough, people like that, who just like post in the YouTube comments and be like, hey, what's the format? Or, hey, you posted the wrong video, when I haven't. Anyway.